Hi everyone, Tracy Luciani Price from Price Team Mortgages with a message to do your pre-approvals now. Even if you're not going to buy for a year or two out, it is so good to get the information that you need from a professional on purchasing a home. I just had the pleasure of meeting Melissa and Jaden a few minutes ago. They drove all the way from Kitchener to come and see me because I had been referred by a couple of clients. And, we sat down and they thought they were a year out. Well, all we need here is a down payment. So we talked about all the creative ways that a down payment can be created. Great credit, these kids, professionals, making good money, and they can buy. So now they are excited. Now they're ready to start thinking seriously about purchasing. So they may be talking to their mom and dad. If you're watching this, mom and dad, get ready for a phone call. Or we may look at the down payment assistance programs that are available in so many municipalities, which give us 5%, or perhaps selling something like a skidoo. Sorry, guys. Whatever you can to do to create a down payment. Now, sometimes we run into small credit issues. I had a client last week that came in, a new client, just popped in and was going to purchase in Ottawa. Now, she was has a really good job. She was a firefighter and thought it would be no-brainer to go in, but thought it would be a good idea to just see what she could get approved for. Of course, we do the pre-approval, and lo and behold, there is an R4 on her credit from Capital One. She was in shock, absolute shock. She had no idea she had an R4 from Capital One. What happened? She thought she had paid the bill, had moved. Capital One didn't follow her. All of a sudden, $100 was left owing on her credit bureau. If she had gone in and put an offer in with that current R4, she would have not been approved for a mortgage. She would have had egg on her face too. Because, when you're a high income earner and you put your offer in and find out there's something on your credit after you put your offer in, it's really embarrassing to have that happen. So be like a Boy Scout, be prepared, or Girl Scout, and be prepared and have these things reviewed prior to putting in an offer. It also strengthens your position when you go in to put your offer. Often the realtor will say, have you been pre-approved? Even if you have been pre-approved at your bank, it may have not have gone as deep as we do. We ask for a job letter, a pay stub that reflects those hours. We ask for T4s, and we ask for down payment if you have it. So if we see anything that needs to be buoyed or improved, we'll tell you at the time. So those are the things that you want to have done. Now, here's the great news. There has never, ever been a better time to lock in your rate. That's another reason. Even if you think, oh, I don't think we're going to buy in the next 4 months, why not? It's free. You can get this for free. Find out what you can be pre-approved for. And you can find out that the rate is at the lowest point it has been in years. I just pre-approved a couple for 2.79. Now, when you get that locked in rate, if rates go up, you're protected at 2.79. And so that is another very good reason. Now, it only takes a few minutes often to review your documentation by a professional like ourselves. We have a great team here. We can review, and if we see things that may not quite gel, sometimes people have multiple jobs. Sometimes they have child tax credit. So we're pulling all of the history and the resources together to try and find out what you can be approved for. Many people don't believe that they'll get approved for as high as they do. They do the online calculators. I've had people do that and say, oh, it only showed that. Well, once we did it, we could find all the different areas that we could make sure that you could get approved for at a higher rate. because in this area, the values are very difficult to get approvals for. You know, it's difficult to get into a $400,000 house. But we crack open people's minds and we say, hey, have you thought about this? What about this? So if you are a motivated buyer, if you are a person that wants to own your own home, it's simple. Give us a call. We don't bite. So please call us whenever you can, and it doesn't take too long, and it is very painless. It's a painless process. And then you are prepared for your next purchase. Bye for now.